My name is Jaideep Pandit and I'm Professor of Anaesthesia at the University of Oxford. I've been in Oxford virtually all my career. I came up to Oxford in 1982 as a medical student and have been here ever since, which makes it just over 40 years. A&A is one of the leading journals in anaesthesia, if not the leading journal in anaesthesia. It's pretty much everyone's ambition to be involved, and to be involved at the senior level is for me quite extraordinary. I served as assistant editor for the last 2 years, so I've had some insight into how the journal functions and its mechanics. I want to build on what's gone before, and I acknowledge here my predecessors Jean-Francois Pittet and before him Steve Schaefer, to build on their efforts and the efforts of the editorial board. So the direction of travel is a good one. And another aspect is the globalization of the journal, to extend that more and more. It already has a global presence, but we need to capture even more of an international authorship, and particularly an international readership. One of the growth areas is what's called perioperative medicine. These are the questions around how and the extent to which anaesthesia practice can influence post-operative outcomes for the better. Linked to that, although I think from a different angle, is genomics. How do we tailor that not only to achieve the best outcome, but to the individual? So we're not just giving the same recipe to every patient, but actually using genomic information to be able to predict those outcomes and tailor the interventions. And the final one I'll offer is around big data, which is how to use big data sets per regional or national level, particularly to answer questions around planning and delivery of anaesthesia services, as well as monitoring performance of anaesthesia and surgical services. I'd certainly like authors to have shorter decision times. Authors shouldn't wait for months and only then to have a piece of work rejected, as well as constructivity in being very constructive in our feedback to authors, so that we remain, even if a paper is not accepted, authors can go away having learnt something and information to shape their manuscript to be better. Secondly, around that dissemination, we live in a world of social media and the press, and we need to increase and continue to increase how we push out and disseminate the work that is published in the journal. Well, I'm a keen tennis player. I get out as frequently as I can. Regularly, we have a village club. We challenge the students in the university to competitions. In the winter, I'm a very keen skier. I like to go out as often as I can. Obviously, we're very lucky to have Europe not too far away, but actually I love skiing North America, particularly in Canada, and Whistler is probably my favourite if you pushed me.